Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a minute. Sorry I couldn't get an update in yesterday. Super busy. Let's go through our numbers. 39.27 and 12 cents on hand. Since we last spoke, 200 more realtor emails have gone out, and 200 more designer emails have gone out. I have 8 realtor appointments scheduled and 2 additional designer appointments scheduled. Yesterday I followed up with the designers and realtors that came in from over the weekend from Friday's mailings. The way I like to follow up with them is through email and text. I met with a realtor out of Tacoma. Good dude, but probably not a fit for what we're trying to do up north. And then met with a super fabulous connection in Neelam Singh, who, when you look at her stats, does somewhere between 10 and 30 homes sold per year. Her average ticket is north of $2 million. Definitely has her act together. Very impressed. And I have a lot of respect for how organized and deliberate she is with her contract acquisition and how she takes care of her clients. So more on that in a second. Bad news. I lost one of my 2 deals, and it's my fault. It's 100% my fault. I screwed up. I should have stood harder to collect a deposit rather than I was too soft, and because and so then they wiggled out. I should have collected the $500 refundable deposit, and that would have psychologically made them less open to talk to additional contractors. But that's my bad. I knew better. But I was making decisions based on the short term of shoot, we just got to stuff the pipeline rather than following my own damn process. So, yeah, lost a big kitchen deal. That's okay, because tomorrow we're collecting a check for a kitchen that's ready to go to build in a high rise here in Bellevue. I expect that to go to build within about 2 weeks. All that's left to do is just finalize selections and clean up a little bit in the mechanicals on the drawings. So we'll put that to build in 2 weeks, and that couldn't come sooner. The way I like to do my draw schedules is 26% at contract signing, 19% at the start of demo, and all the subsequent draws are at the start of each trade, so that we have at least 90. I'd prefer in Texas 90%, anywhere else 95% collected before this goes to punch list. But anyway, so this thing goes to demo in 2, maybe 3 weeks. That's cool. The job is sold. I'm not going to give you the exact GP. Just know that it's a 110 to 130K kitchen. And based on our draw schedule and our markup, I should realize somewhere between 14 and 18K gross profit. And that's really important because my nut is $7,500 a month for the Airbnb, a little bit for groceries and coffee with realtors and designers, and another $3,000 for RC. So signing that deal extends my runway another 2 months. It's imperative that this deal doesn't go the way the other deal went yesterday, which I'm still kicking myself. I know better. Super Bush League. It's basically me just trying to run up the score real quick to make y'all feel bad. And it bit me in the ass because I didn't follow my own process. Okay, so lesson relearned again for like the 500th time. So today's activities, I need to lock in 3 more designer meetings and 3 more realtor meetings. That's sitting in my email inbox right now, people that want to go. I need to work on creating a preload. I need to preload and have ready to go a gutter campaign in case this deal falls through tomorrow. Because if this deal falls through tomorrow, I'm left with a big goose egg. And so my gutter campaign will be plan B to create cash flow while we wait for all of this amazing networking to start bearing fruit. So that's going to be the right hook cocked and ready to fire in case the contract doesn't come through tomorrow. Also need to, I have a series of, now let's talk about Neelam, the realtor I met with late last night. Neelam is smart. A lot of her business has been buy side, and she wants to get into the sell side as a listing agent because that's predictable income. And so she's got access to super high quality, super good data. And so what we're doing is we're mutually, partnering up and deciding on which neighborhoods we want to target. And I call it a love it or list it campaign. The way this works is we target neighborhoods and specific addresses that have certain indicators that they may be in a position or willing to sell. But the big problem any seller has right now is where do they go? Because inventory is so tight, and with interest rates being as high as they are, we got to get super creative on the realtor side. Now, as a contractor, how can I help support that? That's giving very, very, very detailed cost estimates, both to prepare a house for sale or to remodel a house to move into. Because the trend right now, what we're seeing is people are buying based on a good neighborhood. What they're doing is they're buying rough houses in great neighborhoods and fixing them up as a way to make their dream housing more affordable because mortgages are above 5%. So that's the role we're going to play. I need to help Neelam prepare the messaging for our SMS, our email, our direct mail campaign. We're going to load that into the RC RevOps system that we built ourselves. And yeah, so and so I'm leaning really hard on my background in marketing to help these realtors as just another way to create value for them, so that I'm top of mind whenever anything contracting comes across their desk. But anyway, so I have to architect her SMS campaign, her email campaign, her direct mail campaign. I need to design all, the direct mail. I need to code the SMS and the email inside our CRM so that it'll go out for her. Probably for me, I need to budget $500. So first she wanted to target 150 households, and kind of like Matthew McConaughey in Wall Street, I was like, we got to pump those rookie numbers up. And she said, why? And I said, well, we can probably expect about a 1% response rate. And the deviation on that is incredible. And so even though at 150 contacts, we could statistically expect 1.5 deals, it's just as likely we get 0 deals as we get 6 deals. And the thing is, remember, 61% of remodels happen in conjunction with a real estate purchase. I don't know how many real estate purchases result in a remodel. And so selfishly for me, I need to make sure that she gets the maximum listings possible to improve my return. Does that kind of make sense? So that's why I was like, 150, I'd be more comfortable doing this, putting all this work in for you if we start at 1,000 addresses. So we're picking out with her special data source, which is, by the way, super impressive, 1,000 households that are both high income in great neighborhoods that have all the different soft indicators of somebody looking to sell and would be open to remodeling. And so our pitch is going to be love it or list it. So even if they don't want to, we're going to give them the opportunity of, okay, you want to move. If it's not due to work and them having to move, it's just that they want to move. I'm going to compete against Neelam with a remodel proposal while she puts together a relocation package, and we're going to compete against each other. And if I win, I'll spiff Neelam on the back end. And if Neelam wins, she'll take care of me with some advertising dollars. That way, nobody loses. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing deal we put together last night. It went better than it should have, quite frankly. And then on top of that, I need to help Neelam prepare her content calendar. That's something that she really wants to move into. I know a thing or two about that. And we're going to schedule a standing content day, more than likely Tuesdays. So it's next Tuesday. I'll meet her in one of our target neighborhoods and shoot a 10, 15-minute explanation about real estate in that neighborhood, about the school districts, about the culture and the amenities of that particular neighborhood. And then we'll chop that up into short form and distribute that across all her socials. On top of that, I'm going to be also in that content with Neelam, as talking about renovation strategies, housing affordability strategies specifically. And so it'll be good to be on camera together, and that'll create content for NSS as well. So we got that going for us, which is amazing. So let's talk about some hard stats, y'all. Design relationships, I have 3 on the books right now. I bet you it'll be closer to 6 by Friday. My quota is 2 for the campaign. We're kicking ass in that regard. And then back to Neelam, before I get back into the stats. One thing I learned, guys, a lot of these realtors, especially if they're listing focused, a big issue for them is getting in front of small GCs. They don't want to talk to the big developers because they have in-house realtors. They want to find the guy who builds 2 or 3 custom houses a year and become an ally to that person. And so it's just too easy for us to bring Neelam, the realtor, to our HBA meetings and edify her and build her up and introduce her to all of our cooperative competition to help Neelam out, which in the end will help us out. You see how that works? So that's another arrow in your quiver when you're talking to realtors is, hey, could you use some more GC contacts? Yeah. Well, why don't you come with me to my next HBA event and I can introduce you to my colleagues? That doesn't cost you anything, right? So that's just food for thought. Anyway, realtor relationships, I currently have 3. I bet you it'll be closer to 7 by Friday. Looking at my calendar, I have a call with a designer late today. Tomorrow morning, I have an 8:30 realtor meeting, then a 10 a.m. realtor meeting with the managing broker of Sotheby's. I don't know how I pulled that off. I do, actually. And then I have a designer meeting that afternoon. Thursday is another realtor meeting, and then Friday is a realtor and a designer. So the week is filling out real nice. My rule is I meet with 1 referral partner a day. Bonus point. But the thing is, I don't have anything in build yet. So I'm shooting for at a minimum two good face-to-face meetings a day. That's what I'm shooting for right now. And then once I have stuff go to build, my quota will go down to 1. But yeah, so all in all, doing good there. It's just, I can't believe we lost that stupid kitchen deal. I'm so mad right now. It's not stupid. The client was making a decision in their own best interest. It's not a question of did I fail to communicate our value. What I failed to do was to get client real commitment, not words, right? If I bet you, well, what I do know is if you can get that deposit, even if it's a refundable deposit, 80% of the time you end up doing the entire contract together. So that's on me. But yeah, so we have nothing in the sales pipeline, 120 in the design pipeline. My quota is 2 million, and there are 165 days left in the challenge. So I need to get off my ass and start rocking and rolling. Anyway, guys, if you want to explore more about the strategies that, why I'm doing what I'm doing in this challenge, I recommend downloading our SOP in the notes. for how to create a $2 million backlog in 90 days with zero budget. I'm basically just following that playbook live right now. If you want to talk about working together, I have a link down below to schedule a call with me. Otherwise, there's a link to our testimonials to show that we're the real deal. And there's also links to for our content library, free content library, which is zero fluff. Anyway, and if you're watching this and you want to see more, you want to support the channel, please subscribe. It's free. But yeah, let's take a look at some comments. Everyone's like, now we can hold you accountable. Oh, that's so funny. But anyway, guys, I got to get back to work. I'll do another dump tomorrow. I'll let you know how the call goes this evening. I'll probably record it, and y'all be good. I appreciate you.